Let's see if Untitled Trip has a new update on the new VW Caddy car. Okay, I've joined, and we'll see if the VW Caddy car is available. Wait a minute, where is the VW Caddy? I saw in the Discord announcement that there was a picture of two people entering a VW Caddy car. What the f***? So after I checked every month from October to this month, Untitled Trip, or called the new Dusty Trip, made by the original developer before selling to Jandel. Original developer Dusty Trip, whose name is Dixmean, aka I Want Big Burgers, or the Roblox account that was banned was GM Lob. So the story goes that Dixmean made an adventure game for the first time. The one who can survive from driving a car is Dusty Trip, which was released for the first time on March 5th, 2024. But the game has not yet been released to the public because Dixmean has developed the first car, the Lada. 7 days later, Dusty Trip will be officially released on March 12th, 2024. And Dixmean is promoting the game on social media, which is the long drive in Roblox, so that it can increase the player base of the Dusty Trip game, a group that was created from the Dusty Trip game named Frontier Studios, before renamed into Jandel's Road Trip. Furthermore, on March 17th, Dixmean added a new car called Van before being renamed to Vantage, which was behind the house or garage. It seems like the update of adding this vehicle is good, so that the player base will be happy and make an exciting game. There was a bad choice for Dixmean. On March 20th, 2024, Dixmean sold the game to Jandel for 4 million Robux, or converted to $20,000. And a few days later, Dixmean's account named GM Lod was banned from Roblox for no reason after being given by Jandel to sell the game. I feel pity for Dixmean, because Jandel has been given Robux to Dixmean to sell Dusty Trip games to Jandel. Why did they selling the game using Robux? It should be safer to use money transfer, because Dixmean didn't know how to transfer money. So Jandel came up with plan B, which was to use Robux to buy the game from Dixmean that he made. On March 24, Jandel added a new paywall of airdrops so that players can grab food and gasoline resources from airdrops using the radio. But even worse, Jandel changed the free revive feature to a paid revive. But you can get a free revive every 1 day from the lobby NPC sitting in vans. And that's why Dusty Trip has become a free-to-play and pay-to-win game after selling game to Jandel. On April 20, Dusty Trip released the most controversial update, the Exotica car with a higher price of 1,699 Robux, or the equivalent of $20. And this is why this update is controversial, and the player base considers it a pay-to-win update, because this new car cannot be picked up for free like Exotica. Even worse, on April 27, Dusty Trip issued a very controversial update, namely gambling, which can get F1 cars and skins cars from gambling. Getting F1 is impossible because there is a limit of 2 spins the spin crate, and the chance of this F1 car is small. So to get F1 easily, you have to pay Robux with 10 spins. But I don't recommend buying this because it wastes a lot of Robux. So to prevent Dusty Trip from getting a bad reputation due to adding a lot of updates that are pay to win, on April 28, 2024, Dusty Trip released the new update that can get a free car, the K-Truck. The way to get K-Truck is to save 2,500 caps from selling goods to Dan's shop, and then after saving money, buy a K-Truck and have it in the garage inventory. This is the first free-to-play car released in Dusty Trip, but must use caps, because caps money is free and can earning the caps from selling items to Dan's shop. On May 18, 2024, Dusty Trip released the newest update, which is a free car with a new map planes. So Dusty Trip developer Jandel has promised that this Dusty Trip community needs a free car, and the player base has increased until the Roblox server crashes. Okay, it's time to move into Untitled Trip timeline. From April 7th through August 28, 2024, Dixmean is working on a new project called Untitled Trip and created a new account, I Want Big Burgers. And Dixmean released an Untitled Trip game development footage that is being worked on every week. such as suspension test, ejection seat, zigzag driving test, etc. The video footage that is being developed for the Untitled Trip game is attracting a lot of attention from Dusty Trip fans and is then being spread to YouTube videos. On September 8, 2024, Untitled Trip was officially released on Roblox, but unfortunately this version is not finished. Because it is alpha version, so there are a lot of bugs in the game, and Dixmean promised to fix it. From 7 minutes later, Untitled Trip breaks 1000 player base record after Untitled Trip release. It looks like this game is almost a success and almost broke through to 10,000 player base. And a few hours later, Dixmean was trying to fix some bugs that had to be resolved, which is hunger jump scare fixed, fixed the car flying when someone jumps inside the car, fixed car crashing without any reason, infinite fuel glitch fixed, etc. A few hours later, after the bug had been fixed, Dixmean released an image showing the new car, a VW Caddy. It looks like this update is coming soon, as there is a new second car in Untitled Trip that replaces the van with a pickup truck. Furthermore, on September 9, 2024, Dixmean released a new development footage that can be played on mobile, like trying to turn the steering wheel of a car that can be played on mobile. Then one day later, on September 10, 2024, Dixmean released a new update that can be played on mobile. But the mobile Untitled Trip update failed because there are a lot of bugs on mobile devices, which is the difficulty of installing car parts, broken and strange suspensions after installing the battery, and cannot be played because of the low-end device. Untitled Trip also increased the mobile player base from 300 to 650, but unfortunately, the mobile feature has many bugs as it is almost unplayable. A few hours later, after the release of the mobile update on Untitled Trip, there are some things that have been fixed, including night much lighter, respawn bugs fixed, and others. And this is the sad moment for the original Dusty Trip developer. On September 26, 2024, Dixmean released the last update, which is console support that can be played on consoles, 4 new buildings, and a new car skin. And moreover, Dixmean has made an upcoming update of Untitled Trip, which is guns and new cars like VW Caddy. But a very sad moment. On February 1st, 2025, after 10 months later, Dixmean published the last message from the Untitled Trip or Dusty Trip players after there was no latest update on Untitled Trip, and here we are.
Guys, that's it. Untitled Trip game is dead in my opinion. Expect new car-related projects from me. It's dead because I wrote everything in a single script over the course of 6 months, and it ended up being 15k lines long. I can no longer manage it or navigate through it, and that's why I don't have the strength to fix or add anything to it anymore. It's extremely unoptimized now, and optimizing it is simply impossible.
Yes, the developer of Untitled Trip, Dixmean, and his team are unable to fix the bug that's causing performance issues due to unoptimized, like mobile devices always crashing when you play Untitled Trip for a few minutes. There was also a bug whose road was covered by a sandy high ground, so I couldn't ride and the road ended. It seems that Dixmean and the 1Byte team cannot improve game performance so that the game runs smoothly. If the game is coded to more than 15,000 lines, then this Untitled Trip game will definitely be unoptimized, because a lot of line coding makes the game even more unstable. Okay, this is the last message from Dixmean, and I miss the work of Dusty Trip original developer, and this game is rather good and detailed. Hopefully Dixmean will be successful to make the game. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment if you have any questions, and see you soon.